Hey guys, Bryan here from Liquid Concepts. So today we're going to talk a little bit about custom film. So of course, as a lot of you probably already know, we do a lot of custom film. We do a lot of custom printing and things like that. So this is one of our custom films that we have printed off. It's called a case hardened film. And so kind of give you guys a little bit of background on this. So if you take this white piece of paper here and then you put it down like that, you can see it's got really nice, vibrant colors, really cool effect. So this is going to be, this custom film that we've got right here is going to be a little bit different than our other custom film that we used to have. We used to have a white paper backing film and it was fine, everything was great, but now that we've moved on to the clear backing like this, I think you guys are really going to enjoy this. It does have a lot more added benefits to it, so I'm going to kind of talk a little bit about those and show you guys how to use this and how to make everything the easiest way possible to get the best dip and everything like that. So first things first is that you'll notice that of course it is a clear backing. So of course you can just see right through it. So the biggest thing is with the clear backing is that the main thing is that we just changed it to more of a plastic type of liner instead of a paper liner. Sometimes whenever you would pull the film off of the paper backing, sometimes the paper would tear with it and be stuck to the film. So the nice thing is with this right here, this does not do that. Pretty much it tears off, or it doesn't tear off, it comes off easily, and you don't have anything on the actual film itself to be transferred over from the paper like what we used to use before. So that's one thing. The other thing is that you'll probably notice, and you might be able to see it here in this right here, you'll notice that this is of course a pure white. Now this right here is actually a little bit lighter blue, and I don't know if that's going to show up in the camera very well, but it does have a little bit of a light blue tint. So the neat thing that we've done with this is that we've developed something to where pretty much now, instead of just taking a part after you've got everything dipped and then just rinsing it off and then you hope that you got it all rinsed off, now you can actually have a visual indicator to know when the part is fully rinsed off. So what we've done is we've added a blue dye to the actual PVA film. And so what that does is whenever you have a black light, you can actually take that black light and shine it all around your entire part, and then that makes it to where you can see instantly where you still might have any residual PVA that has not been rinsed off yet. So very critical, because of course you want all that PVA to be rinsed off, because if not, then whenever you apply your clear coat, it's not going to stick. So you definitely want to make sure that you get all of that PVA rinsed off. So this right here is definitely a really good visual indicator. So the other thing is of course with it having a blue dye in the actual film, you will notice that your colors are probably going to be off just a little bit. It's perfectly fine. Whenever the PVA rinses off, the blue dye goes off with it, so you don't have to worry about that. Your colors will be back to the normal way that they need to be. So couple of other things is that of course this film it is pretty much going to be the exact same PVA once it gets on the water. So pretty much specs on that, you're looking at about 80 to 90 degrees on the water, and you want a 1 minute soak time. Now spraying the activator is going to be a little bit different, not very much, but just a little bit, and I'll kind of show you guys this here in just a little bit. But what we're going to do is we're going to spray our activator, and then we are going to wait anywhere between 20 to 40 seconds. Now again, every activator is going to be going to react differently to the film, so that's something that you will have to play with. But whenever we were doing a lot of our testing and everything, we did find that waiting that little bit of extra time did help in retaining a lot of the colors that were in the actual film, as well as making sure that everything wrapped around the object really well and all of that. So let's go ahead, let's get some parts, let's show you guys a few dips and show you guys what you need to do to make this the best way possible and to get it working exactly the way that you want it. So let's pull this paper out here. So we've got a couple of speed shapes here that we're going to be dipping, nothing fancy. So we're just going to take this, we're going to lay that there, and we're going to cut out some of the film. So the film, of course, it cuts pretty easily, and so we can just take this right here and we can tear that, rip it if you have a dull blade like I do apparently. But either way, now that we've got that, we can move this off to the side and have this right here. So if you want to keep your edges right here, this part that was not printed, it's not a big deal. We can keep that, or we can cut it off. In this case, I'm just going to go ahead and cut this off here. So we'll pull that off like that and pull that off right there. So the one thing to keep in mind is that sometimes the film will not just take and be very easy to pull off. So sometimes you can take your finger just like this, grab it like that, and then it just pulls right out. But sometimes in more humid conditions or things like that, it doesn't want to pull off as easy. So here's the next best thing. What you can do is take a knife and don't press down hard. You mainly just want to cut down onto the PVA. And so we're just going to kind of score that like that. And then you can take your knife just like this right here and then pull that back. And then once you have one of that area pulled back, then you can pull the rest of it back and it's very easy to come off. So if you are having trouble with getting the actual PVA off of the plastic liner, very easy solution. Just cut a nice little slit in it. You don't have to cut all the way through it. Of course you don't want to. So use lighter pressure. And then, like I said, you can take your knife and just literally just take and scrub it just like that. And then once you get that little bit there, then you can peel it right up. And then now you can peel it right off. So now here's the other thing, is which side goes down on the water and which side goes up. So just like before, whenever we had our paper backing, the side that was stuck to the actual plastic or the paper, that's the side that goes down on the water. So in this case right here, the way that we had it laying and the way that we have it sitting right here, this is exactly how it's going to be laid onto the water. So trying to get it into the water, there's a couple of different things. Number one, if you want to just lay it out just like this and then put it in the water, you're perfectly fine. You're more than welcome to do that. It's not going to hurt anything. Or if you want to tape 2 edges or even 4 edges, that's not going to hurt anything either. So in this case right here, we do have a little bit of curling right in here. It would probably go away whenever we laid it down in the water, but we're just going to go ahead and just throw a small little 3/4 inch or 1 inch piece of tape on mainly just 2 sides. So again, not necessary, but if you want to do that and you're used to using tape, then you're more than welcome to do that. It's not going to hurt anything. So now that we've got that, we can go ahead and cut our edges all the way around just like that. Now again, on something like this, the nice thing is that, you know, before sometimes you would have to cut slits in the film to allow the film to expand and pull back in. The nice thing with this is this really doesn't do this hardly at all. So pretty much we can put the tape down, we can lay it down in the water, you're pretty much ready to go. So pretty much now we have our film, we have it set up, we have it ready, and now we can go ahead and put it in the water. So again, we've got our water sitting here. Right now we're looking at about 81 degrees. So like I said, anywhere between 80 to 90 degrees. And then after that, then you spray your activator over the top of it. So let's go ahead, let's get this in the water and then get this ready to be dipped. So I'm gonna go ahead and put a tape tab on this right here first, just so that way I can go ahead and hold it. All right, so now that we've got our tape tab there, now I can hold that just like that, go all the way in, and we're ready to go. Okay, so now that we know which side goes up, now we can go ahead and put that in. The other thing is that's really nice about this, now again, this is not for every film, this is only for custom film, is the other thing to know when to put it up or down on the water is that you can actually see this side right here is actually very shiny. So you will actually have a shiny side. I don't know how you can see that in the camera, but you will have a more shinier side like this, and then you also have a more dull side like this right here. So of course, on the custom film that we print, not every custom film that's from every manufacturer because they may do something differently, but from any of our film, the side that is glossy goes down on the water. And so again, that's not for custom, that's not for regular film, that's only for our custom film. So just to kind of give you an idea on it, the side that's glossy, if for whatever reason you did forget which side was stuck to the plastic backing, the side that's glossy goes down on the water. So another little visual cue there that you can see on which way it goes on the water. So again, putting it on the water, you can tell this film is very easy to work with. It's very stiff, which is kind of what you want. You don't want it to be just like falling apart or anything. So we'll take this, we'll put this down, and again, nothing fancy, nothing hard about this. We just go corner to corner, and then we'll start our timer for 1 minute. So once the timer's going, then we'll go ahead and pull our dividers all the way in, and then that way we have everything set and ready to go. So we've got everything contained, so then that way the stretch is on the part and not on the actual film itself before we get it on the part. So we got about 30 seconds left. I'm gonna grab some gloves, we're gonna grab the speed shape, we're gonna dip some parts and show you guys kind of how this works and really the capabilities that you can really have with this. All right, so 1 minute on the water, and then now we're gonna spray it with our Liquid Concepts Activator. So the nice thing is on something like this, you can see it's pretty much glassed out, but if you really look closely, you can kind of see a little bit of, it sort of looks like a haze, but there again, it just doesn't look fully glassed out. So what we're actually going to do is we're actually going to wait anywhere between 20 to 40 seconds. Again, every film is going to be a little bit differently because of the way that the inks are laid down onto the film and things like that. So we do want to wait just that little bit of time. And we found that that does work a lot better because it allows those inks to fully liquefy out, and then once they fully liquefy, then you get to have better dips, as well as everything is more glassed out, so you get a better coating all the way around. So you can kind of take a look at that now, and you can kind of see here that it's actually getting a lot more glassed out, and the reflection, you can see it a lot more clear on the water and things like that. So now that we have that, now what we're gonna do is we're just gonna take our part that we've got and then just dip it just like any other normal film would be. So we'll just take this at about a 45 and then let this wrap all the way around into the part. And now that we have that, that is a very nice dip. So pretty much we've got excellent coverage all the way around, all the sides, even on the top, everything like that. So everything looks really good, and pretty much now we're ready to rinse it and then do any touch-ups that are needed, and then now you can actually go ahead and clear coat it after that. And so a couple of other things to just remember on the custom film is that you definitely want to use a white base coat for it to show up correctly whenever you actually dip the part. Now again, you can use other colors, we're not saying that, but the biggest thing is that if you want all of these colors right here to become the blue and the yellow and the black that they are, you definitely want to make sure that you use a white base coat. So one thing is if you do have a custom film that might possibly be like a black and clear, you can use any color base coat that you want because it's a black and clear, it's just a one color. But if you do have a part that has, like for instance, a lot of blues and yellows and reds and all of that stuff, then of course by using a separate color like a tan or even a beige or even like a yellow or something like that, it will throw off all of the other colors that are in the custom film. So it might be something to definitely play around with and take a look at before you go to base coat the part. So then that way you know exactly what color you need to base coat each of the parts that you're doing for the custom film that you ordered. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you have any questions on the custom film, definitely give us a call. We'd be more than happy to help you out, and definitely we want you to succeed with the custom film and making it exactly the way that it was designed for. So with this new custom film, I think you're definitely going to really like it. I know we definitely do. We've done a lot of production runs with it already, so we've used up quite a bit of this film, and it has worked phenomenal on getting a lot better stretching and color retention, as well as of course the other things like I was showing you with the blue dye in the film and everything like that. So like I said, if you do have any questions, definitely feel free to give us a call. Our phone number is listed below in the description, as well as also if you have any questions or anything like that, or you're having trouble, definitely send us even some pictures or even a video. We'll be more than happy to help you out as well. You can also check out the description below, and you can see our email to send us all those links and everything. And also, if you just don't want to click the description, email is very simple. It's just info@liquidconcepts.com. Phone number is very simple, 501-455-5500. I'm Bryan from Liquid Concepts, and we'll see you guys next time.